Hi, welcome. Let's take a look at my game in the Caro-Kann. So e4, c6, the Caro-Kann, preparing d5. White plays here knight f3. I play d5, so you can see here this very solid pawn chain, typical for the Caro-Kann. Knight c3, which is the two knights attack. The idea also here is to bring this bishop out. Well, currently it can't go to f5, but when this pawn is gone, it might be possible. And the idea is to bring this bishop out before playing e6. So otherwise, the bishop, if we play e6 immediately, the bishop is boxed in. So here I take, white takes, and knight f6. So let's go back a bit. This is called the two knights attack. Variations by white are called attack. So you see two knights, that's why two knights attack. So takes, takes, and knight f6, the Tartar cover defense. So variations by black are called defense. White has two main moves to take or play knight g3. Our opponent takes, and we take back with the e pawn. So our setup is quite straightforward. We want to play bishop d6, castle, play rook e8, bring this bishop to f5 or g4. This knight can go to a6 and from there to c7, here or here. White can take this, but black will then get the bishop pair, an open b file, and a lot of room here on the queen side. So you might think, well, our pawn structure is ruined, but actually it's pretty good for black. So bishop c4, taking a look at this f7 square. In a lot of other openings, white thinks about sacrificing this, but here it's not so simple because of this pawn on f6. So you see the knight can't jump to these two squares since they are controlled by our pawn. So bishop d6, queen e2. Usually white castles here and we can follow our setup. This is a bit annoying because we have to play queen e7 or bishop e7, and I wasn't feeling like playing a bit passive backwards chess like this, so I tried to make it a bit more interesting and played king of 8. So the idea is to put this king on g7 maybe and push these pawns here on the king side. So white castles, bishop g4, not the most accurate, but okay. d3, knight d7, trying to bring the knight here to put some pressure on this knight and also attacking this bishop. That's why our opponent played h3. And now the star move of the game, h5. If you're familiar with other openings, you might recognize the idea. So white takes, and after black takes back, we have an open h-file combined with this bishop that can give a dangerous attack. So h takes, not the best. So we can take back, the knight has to move. If it doesn't move, well, we can just take it. We have our piece back and a great position. So the knight, best choice here is to put it on d2. Our opponent played knight d4. Now we can play bishop h2, and already we have a perpetual if we want to. I wanted to play for more, so I was thinking about two moves. One was f5, The other one which I played in the game was queen c7. Now I did miss a tactic here, so it appears that here we could have played bishop e5. Point being that this knight is unprotected, and we can win it back and still have a great attacking position here on the king side. So king h1, queen c7, white has to more or less play g3. We take it with check. Here plays king g2, and here bishop takes f2. And white really doesn't have a recapture, since if the rook takes, if the rook takes, it's mate on h2. You see the king has no squares to go. Actually, that's not mate, but or king f1. Oh yeah, king f1, queen h1, and that's mate. Let's check with the engine later. Oh, sorry about that. Here king takes f2. Here we fork the queen and the king and the queen, and here the opponent resigned. Maybe he could have played on a little bit, since he still had a lot of pieces. But okay, a nice game. Star move of the game, h5. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in one of my other videos.